those owls found their way to my house yet again. So here we are with another parcel from the Wizarding Trunk. I don't remember what the theme of this one is. With them being bi-monthly boxes, it always seems like it's forever since I've done the last box, so I always forget, even though I read it every time. But the box just looks like a parcel, so we'll open it up and see what we have on the inside. Okay, so there's a sneak peek, and I guess since that one wants to jump out, we'll go with that first. Wow. Okay. So it appears to be some sort of sleeve for... I have things like this that are for books, but they are much smaller, which makes me think this could be for a tablet or a laptop. But if it was for a laptop, it would be very small for a laptop. I have my laptop right here, and there is no way this wouldn't even fit half of my laptop in it. So I don't know what this is for. Hopefully the cheat sheet will tell us, but it appears to be herbology themed, and it says The Sorcerer's Guide to Magical Herbs and Fungi. And you can see we have a mandrake there, and there's all sorts of mushrooms and leaves all around, and then on the back we have a giant mandrake right in the center. So I like it. It's very cool. It's even patterned. See if you can, yeah, there you go. It's even patterned on the inside. It feels like it would protect whatever I'm supposed to put in there. Just unsure what that is and where I would be traveling that I would need something so big. So I'm with it on the condition that I can figure out what it is. So we'll just put it to the side and go from there. And now we have our boxes within a box. And looks like right off we're going to go with our bookmark, which appears to be a hippogriff. It says magical creatures, so it must be a class thing since we have herbology. And then this says magical creatures A to Z, an introduction to otherworldly beasts, which on the back. But this is another in their metal bookmark series. See if we can't pop it out here. So yeah, there we go. So the bookmark looks to be laser cut. It says magical creatures, and then we have our small little hippogriff there. So not bad. I do enjoy the metal bookmarks. I'm not such a big fan of the chain though. I just feel like it's either going to end up lost or broken or doing things that I don't want it to. So we shall see. But not bad. I like this series of metal bookmarks. I'm looking forward to see where we go from there. And then set this down on the ground. We have our next in our hogshead, or I forget what they call it, the license-free version of the hogshead cutlery dinnerware set, whatever they call it. So we're going to open it up and see what we have this time. We got some foam. Okay. I believe it's salt and pepper shakers. So we're going to pop it out. And yeah. Okay, so here it is. I guess I get them both out. So here, these are actually, I don't know if they'll use them for salt and pepper shakers, but these are cool enough that like those are probably going to find their way up onto a shelf, or it would look good in the Gringotts shelf up there with how shiny they are. But they have holes in the bottom for filling, and then you can see on the head, this one has 3 holes, and this one has 2 holes. I don't know if that's really showing through right there, but so that's what I think they are. So the oddest shape salt and pepper shakers that I have ever seen. But yeah, so okay. They keep finding new ways to blow my expectations away, because that is not something I ever thought I would see. And then we have our nondescript brown box. Let's see what's in there. Oh, got some styrofoam. See if I can't get this out without too much trouble. There we go. You see all the static. Yeah, look at it. Look at there. We might have a thumbnail for ourselves. Look at that thing. Okay, and it appears to be a vanishing cabinet. Okay. So we have mirrored like paint on this vanishing cabinet. I think it's a bank because we have a coin slot in the back and then a rubber foot in the bottom that we assume we can get our money out of. But as far as craftsmanship goes, I really like the distressing on the mirrored finish. It's a little, I mean, I understand it's a bank, but it's just a little gigantic. Like if you set this on your desk, like I don't know. We'll see. I like it. I just don't know how useful I will find it. And also because I don't find myself with too much change in my pockets anymore. So we'll see how that finds its way in my life. And then we have 2 small sacks. We'll go with gray first. This is our pin. Clean Sweeps. So the broom store. So not bad. Double clasp on the back. I had meant it's sitting over there on the floor, but I got out the tapestry and I was going to put all of the pins on them, but it looks like that's going to wait to the next video. So we'll just have one more to add to the list. So not bad. And then we'll see. Oh, and then it looks like I'm going to add 2 to the list because this is the divination pin. So there we go. I don't know. I'm assuming that doesn't complete the pin board yet, so I still have some time to make that work. And either way, I'll have it in the next video. And then we have 2 small boxes. So I guess we'll go. Recharge your moonstones by placing them outside or on a windowsill under the light of the fall moon overhead. Pure Blood Apothecary. And this says moonstones. So I guess we're about to find out what moonstones are. I'm thinking this might be a potion item from the little box that it's in and how ornate it is. And we have got some silver foiling on it and some fancy writing on the back. And that's, I assume they're glow in the dark gems. So looks like we have 4 of them in there. So if it's a potion ingredient, I'll find a spot for it up there to look good with the potions. This is small enough that it will fit in up there, but also large enough that it doesn't look out of place. So not bad. And then I think this is a deck of cards. It says the Seer's Inner Eye Tarot. So I may have a small deck of tarot cards. I'm going to have to get my little knife here to open it up. See what's on the inside. So I assume this would be divination class. We got herbology class. The vanishing cabinet. No, that's not a vanishing cabinet. What is that? It's in Defense Against the Dark Arts. It's the cupboard that they keep the boggart in. I don't know why I was calling it a vanishing cabinet. But here's our tarot cards, which would be for our divination class. And it looks like they are gold, shimmery gold on the sides. And that appears to be what they are. So they have a very divination-like, there you go, there's a good shot of it, divination-like thing. And then we have on the other side our image. This is the world. We have the Ace of Cups. Let's see what card I can pull here. The 7 of Swords. I don't know what that is, but that's what I'm going with. So we have some tarot cards. Maybe this will come with a book to tell me how to use them, because that was our last box, and now we are just down to our flat paper stuff, and we have quite a bit of it. Okay, so Set that over there, and we have our, I think these are stickers. Oh yeah. Defense Against the Dark Arts, Divination, Charms, Herbology, and Magical Creatures. So those are, it must be classes, magical classes. So these are, stickers are usually glossy and shiny, and these are kind of rough and matte finished. So a little bit odd for a sticker. I don't know if you'll be able to see, like it doesn't shine. So not bad. I don't know what I'll do with them. These would look good on like a laptop or a notebook for going back to school. And then a non-magical payment card skin, the restricted section. This pass must be relinquished upon checkout of any book. So I guess this also looks like a sticker. Yeah. I don't know if you can see, but it has a ring around it, and it has a backing on it that makes me think it's a sticker. It's going to show up. So I don't know where that would go, but it's almost like a one-time pass to get a book out of the restricted section. Oh, and then here we have the actual card, the restricted section. So we have a sticker of it, and then we have a business card of it. The student has been given permission to check out one book from the restricted section on a topic of their choosing. So, not bad. And then we have our potion ingredient, the Moonstones. So, a little information on our Moonstones. An ingredient in potion making revered for their deep connection to lunar magic and their ability to enhance enchantment, dream magic, and potion making. So, okay. That'll go in our little book. Here we have our art print. Looks like a buckbeak or a random hippogriff flying over the Black Lake in the wintertime. So not bad. I always enjoy their artwork. That would look good in a frame on these walls. If I can find these walls under all these pictures and every other thing I can find. Wow. Okay. And here we have, I believe it's Care of Magical Creatures. This almost looks like some sort of sketch pad with it being bound at the top. The artwork on this is pretty amazing, actually. We have a hippogriff, a unicorn, a phoenix, an owl, a centaur. I think that's supposed to be a troll there in the center. So a lot going on. So I guess we'll open this up and see if it is a sketchbook. And that seems to be exactly what it is. Lots of blank pages, all blank pages with no lines on them. So not bad. This is, usually you get notebooks with lines, almost like journal type notebooks. So this is the first sketchbook I believe I've gotten. This I may actually get some use out of when I make projects like I have up in here. A lot of times I like to sketch down the ideas and, you know, get it out of my head and onto paper so I can figure out how to make it a reality. So this may get some use. So not bad. All right, and that was our last item. So now we are on to the cheat sheet. So let's see. The Seer's Inner Eye Tarot exclusive tarot deck was created as a collaboration between Spiritual Arts and the Wizarding Trunk. The Magical Creatures Drawing Pad, the Divination Shop Pin, the Magical Lesson Stickers, the Cabinet Coin Bank. One's at the ready. The only real nightmare associated with this cabinet will be opening it to find someone else already emptied its contents. The Flying Shop Pin, the Magical Creatures Bookmark, the fourth in our series of bookmarks. Pair perfectly with Magical Creatures A to Z. We got the Sorcerer's Guide to Magical Herbs and Fungi book sleeve. Okay, so it is for a book, a pretty big, maybe. I wonder. They gave me a book. They gave me a sleeve. And wouldn't you know it? That's the perfect size for that kind of book. It's almost like they thought it through. There we go. The Copper Kettle Salt and Pepper Shakers. The Moonstone Ingredient Page. The Restricted Card Section. The Restricted Section Pass and Card Skin. It will allow you to enter the restricted section and check out one book. This card skin is your non-magical payment device. We suggest carefully lining up the edges on the side of your chip and gently smoothing out. Okay. All right, I know what this is now. You are not going to see this, but let's see if we can find it out. Let me get something to point with here. Okay, so right about here, you can just barely make it out. There is a small section that would be for a chip in a credit or a debit card. So that would come out when you take this sticker off. So I believe this is they're calling it a payment card skin because this is a sticker to go over one of your credit cards or debit cards or whatever. So when you pay for something, you can magically scan it. So something I've never seen before, quite unique. And then the Hippogriff lesson print. The beautiful Hippogriff watercolors depicts what we are sure would have been one of our favorite lessons on the ground. So not bad. The next bi-monthly theme is the Copper Kettle, which I think they sent me an email that box is going to be the completion of that set. So there will be no more Copper Kettle after that. I think that's what it said. I didn't really read it that well, so I wasn't sure if it was the bi-monthly box or if it was a special subscription, but it does say the Copper Kettle on the next bi-monthly box. So I guess we will find out when it arrives. But overall, kind of a mixed bag. Some of these things I will definitely find some use to, and some of them I will probably put right back in their plastic and live in the closet until I figure out where they will go in my life. But all right, that's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.